Hi, Ben here and welcome back to another Work in Progress Wednesday. So this week we've been working on a variety of different tools, but one of the main projects we've been working on is getting some of our draw knives prepared. So these are some draw knife blades that we've obviously shaped, ground. We've got them all with our logo on, and then we've got the rough grinds on there, and then these are straight out of heat treat, so they're still looking pretty rough and ready really. But thought it'd be exciting to show you these beautiful temper colours you get on the draw knives. So these are made out of spring steel, EN43J, which is a really good steel to use because obviously being a spring steel it's got a little bit of flex to it, which is a good thing for a draw knife. But obviously being still carbon steel, they hold a really good edge. So what I'll do after they've come out of temper like that, I'll spend a little bit of time with a torch and I'll actually put a spring temper along the spine and the tang, so basically make them go a nice blue colour, and that'll give a bit of extra flex and a little bit of extra strength to the bits that don't need to hold a cutting edge, so the tangs and obviously the back edge of the draw knives as well. So once they've been heat treated like that, what I like to do is take one of the blades, which I've got here, and I've totally cleaned it up. I've got the final grinds on there on the front and the back. And before I actually put any handles on there, I like to give them a real good test to make sure that the grind's really working nicely, and obviously that heat treatment is as good as it's going to get. So it's a little bit more uncomfortable to obviously use it with no handles on, but what better way to test the heat treatment of a draw knife than to use it on a piece of ash that we're actually going to turn into the blanks for the actual draw knife handles themselves. So rather than using cleft timber, I tend to actually just buy nice planks of ash. That way that I can keep them really nice and dry, because making draw knife handles, I don't actually want to use green wood. I want to use seasoned timber because I'm going to put a ferrule on them. And I can test this really nice honed draw knife to see if it cuts through that seasoned ash with ease, and we're getting that really nice smooth fine cut on there. So obviously not very comfortable because it hasn't got handles on there, but I can really start to see how that tool is going to perform, and that's cutting really nicely. So with the draw knives themselves, they come with this convex bevel on the one side and flat on the back side, which is obviously what you want for these planing cuts. But if you're going to cut curves, you can then flip it over and you can use that rounded convex grind for cutting in radiuses if you're working on sort of curved things like spoons or curves for chairs and things like that. So that's going to work really nicely, I think. So we'll prepare some of these seasoned blanks ready for the pole lathe, and then we can actually get some handles turned. And how they'll look in the end when we finish them is a nice bit of ash, and then I actually use some recycled copper tubing like for plumbing, and that makes a perfect ferrule that will fit our handles. And I really like that contrast of the pale ash with that nice copper finish to it as well. And they'll be fitted to each draw knife and then obviously affixed, so each one will come with nice ash handles that have been turned on the pole lathe. And we've got one finished one here. So Lois has made a lovely little leather sheath, and that's what you get with it. And they come with a nice simple popper closure. And there's one of our finished draw knives. So this is razor sharp, ready to go, with those really nice shaped turned handles. And what you'll notice is it's got this lovely crank to the tangs, so when you're using it on the shave horse itself, you're not having to crank your wrists to get it to work nicely for you. It just sits at a perfect angle. So it's all about the ergonomics, and that's come through actually using draw knives for many years. It allows you to design a much better tool. So yeah, one of our draw knives ready to go. So that's what we've been working on this week, obviously getting the draw knife blades ready, and we'll be busy making some handles as well for them over the next few days. So hopefully we should have some of these draw knives finished and available on our store in the next few weeks, so please check out the link in the description below. And like all our videos, the tools that we're actually using in the videos, a lot of them will be available through our store, so please check out the description in the video below, because obviously that's going to help you find out where you can actually get them from. So hope you've enjoyed seeing what we've been working on this week, and tune in next time for some more Work in Progress Wednesdays.